How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Darkside Detective. We just finished Malice in Wonderland, and we're going to boot up Case 2, Tome Alone. The case summary: Dooley suggested a visit to the library. He must have seen the strange storm gathering over top of it. Either that, or he needs to pick up another one of his classic romance novels. That Dooley is quite the romantic. A real giving lover, that one. Oh shit, okay, there's quite the storm brewing. It's not just like a little bit of, it's a couple little dark clouds. Nah, it's some weird ass purple pink swirly shit. There's some shit going down. Okay, what's the case, Dooley? Fill me in. Case? No, I have some overdue books to drop back. So that purple swirling vortex thing above the building has nothing to do with why we're here? Oh, come on now, detective. You're hardly gonna arrest the weather. The things you'll try to do to justify this department. Let's get this over with. I want to look at the cool statues outside. These statues make me uncomfortable. They're not very welcoming. They should at least be reading a book or wearing glasses or something. I want to see nerdy glasses wearing lions. Before this was a library, it was where the mayor kept her lion collection. Oh right, that clears that up. So, the plaque. This is a library. What a helpful plaque. Yes, I would say so as well. How many cases do we need to solve, do you think, to get a car that doesn't leak in the rain? It keeps us fresh, sharp, even. Same thing about the statues there. I think it's time for an upgrade of the police mobile. Fines? For being late? How are books late? It's not like they have places to be. You're not charming your way out of this, Patrick. Rules are rules. Librarian Doris, classic librarian name. Can't we come to some kind of arrangement? Ooh, is he trying to, come on to Doris the librarian here? Maybe this was Dooley's plan all along. He's got a thing for librarians. Do you have any parking tickets you want to see go bye-bye? Dooley, are you trying to bribe your way out of a fine? No. Wait, it's weird to see a cop try and bribe someone instead of someone trying to bribe a cop. There's a weird turnaround going on here. Here's an arrangement for you. I'll drop your fines if you arrest that troublesome kid. Kid? The one who's responsible for the storm. And the ghosts. Ghosts? What? Well, you should have suspected there was something going on here. McQueen, this is your job, is to know these sorts of things. A silent Shh! should have seen that coming. Is this your to-read pile? Oh, I've read all those. The desk is missing a leg, so I'm using them to balance out the computer. There's got to be a simpler way. Like, just put it underneath the desk. You do what you need to do. The flickering lights. These brownouts seem like... Is that It's Always Sunny reference? Blackouts, brownouts? I think it has to be, right? That's too specific of a phrasing, and as if I didn't already love this game enough, here it is throwing out It's Always Sunny references. Seemed like they'd make for a frustrating reading condition. From a certain angle, this looks like silly sideshow clown hair. Like Sideshow Bob? Man, they're just piling in as many references as possible here, aren't they? I thought you found owning books suspicious. That's why he's checking them out of the library. It is. What kind of secret stuff are you reading that you can't get it from your local library? Maybe people just like having their own books. Maybe it's a germ issue. Germs? You really will believe in anything Hollywood tells you. Dooley doesn't believe in germs? Is that some weird... Are there people out there? I know there's like germaphobes who are hyper scared of germs. Are there people who don't believe in germs? That's a peculiar subsect I'm unaware of. What were you saying about ghosts? The place is haunted, The usual stuff. The usual? Flickering lights, floating books, strange noises, eerie purple storms. It's chasing off the readers. And you say a kid is to blame? He's the only one here often enough. Suspiciously often, if you ask me. I'll look into it. Do, or else I'll call a pair of oddball priests and or a questionable ghost-busting startup to come fix this. Okay, what? I don't know the priest reference. Like, what is a movie with a ghost in a library with oddball priests? The other one is obviously a Ghostbusters reference. What books did Dooley borrow? He had Rules to Rave to. Roswell, New Mexico, where the aliens really experiment on us, and the law, what it is and do we really need it? Well, I'm glad that you're asking these kinds of fundamental questions that a police officer should be asking. Hey, what happened to the librarian reader privilege? Not a real thing, buddy. I take it you gave up on the law book? Not enough pictures. What's that you're reading? Guylight, the heartbreaking tale of a girl who falls in love with a reverse vampire. I want to know what that means. Does it mean that they pump extra blood into people? That they can only go out at daytime? That's stupid. That's nothing. A reverse vampire is nothing as far as I can tell. But this is the kind of romance that I suspect Dooley's actually reading. He has those philosophical books to throw me off the trail. Of what now? A reverse vampire. He can only come out during the day. I fucking called it. That's absolutely just a regular person. You guys can't see it, but I'm doing big celebratory like fist pumps in the air there. I called that shit. I'm at the part where it's her prom night, and he promised to take her, but the clock's went forward, and now it's on at night. What happens if he goes out at night? He gets really sleepy. Sounds interesting. What? Sounds awful, detective. Way to shit all over her guilty pleasure there. If you need anything else, I'll be here, unless I'm not. Good, thank you for the help there. Let's investigate the office. The computer seems to be broken. It's not broken, it's hollow, so they can store more books in it. What? Like, they use it as like a shelf, like storage space? Never know when I'll need to cut something in half, or a lazy approximation of half. Come on, just fold it in half, and then you can get a better sense of what half is. Every time I do that, I always get one crooked piece. It never works out perfectly. Fuck cutting things, it's hard. Even the lamp is flickering. I got this for Doris last time I had to get out of paying fees. I'm gonna have to up the ante this time. Ooh, they got her the nice Guylight calendar. And is that the reverse vampire here? What's going on there? There's like a little candle on her head or something. I cannot tell what is actually going on in that photo. I thought he was the reverse vampire. I do not know. The photocopier. An old photocopier. I can't imagine that gets much use. Oh, it does. When you renew your card each year, Doris takes a photocopy of your butt for the records. Everyone's butt? It's just mine now that I think of it. That's the price of working out, I guess. Everyone wants to document that sweet ass. Good for you, Dooley. Roses are red, violets are blue. Your loaning rights are revoked due to books overdue. Now I'm turning into whatever his name, Bookman from Seinfeld. Looks like some of these coats have been here for years. We should go through their pockets. You know, for evidence. You received a button. Like a coat button? Yeah, there we go. It's not like a keyboard button. Great thinking, Dooley. Always rummaging through other people's shit. I wanted to check, like, underneath the desk and next to the bin and stuff. Looks like that's everything I can grab from there. Up we go, or down, it depends. An old elevator? Where's the staircase? We have none. There was a fire, and ironically, the fire escape was the only thing that wasn't destroyed. Or that was destroyed? I probably read that wrong. We'll just work our way up the elevator here. I'm pretty sure I'd just stick a button here. Oh yeah, I'd stick a button on the broken button and then I'll be able to go to horror. But that'll be the last stop. We'll do sci-fi and fantasy children first. Another plant with more sideshowy hair. What odd leaves this plant has. Well, they're probably compound leaves there, Officer McQueen. That's just the dead tree where Doris dries her stockings. Ew. Don't blink. Oh, fuck. What is, it's like one of like 3 Doctor Who episodes I've ever seen. Dope reference. I'm glad that I actually understood it. I think the episode was actually just called Blink. Even if you never watched Doctor Who, I totally recommend watching that episode. It's basically like a 1-hour movie. It's a pretty isolated little thing. You don't really need to know the rest of the series, so I'd recommend checking it out. We'll go sci-fi fantasy first. Ooh, cool. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was younger until I found out they had to go into space. Whoa! The chessboard is playing itself. Looks like some of that rocket's aluminum is coming off. That could be useful. A nice metal strip, that's great. If we lived in medieval times, we'd be living the adventures of ye Darkside Bailiff and his squire Dooley. That's just a fantastic observation, Dooley. I never understood this section. How can something be fiction and science? He's like pissed off about it. I don't know what to do with you sometimes. Get me a raise? No. Library card, how convenient. I'd have expected to go through a series of semi-logical puzzles to get this. Nope. Or you could just ask Dooley for his, he probably has one. Fantastic orbit, drowned in moonlight, strangled by her own bra. That, strangled by her own bra, that, I feel like everything in here is a reference to something. That one sounds familiar, but I think I'm missing the actual thing. Glum tales of the sadventurer. Oh, that sounds depressing. I like these magnetic chess sets. I don't think these pieces are magnetic. Sure, how else would they be moving, detective? Well, Dooley, that's why you're second in charge here. Second in command? Do you say something different out in this hallway here? What did the rabbi and the priest talk about in the library? I don't know. Nothing. Libraries are a place of quiet, respect, and solitude, which they were both respecting. You need to work on your stand-up material. No, I disagree. Anti-jokes are like the best thing ever. I fucking love anti-jokes. Little Devin, why do these cases keep involving kids that I assume are creepy, like, what's it called? Possessed little children. What about this one? The words are short and I think I can read the whole book from one cover to the other cover. Guessing that's this floating book that's responding. Ooh, is that suitable for my age range? I read a book about books for my age range, and they're all books about boys and wizards and talking dogs. Okay, I'll try it. The How to Murder Your Parents book. I hope I like it because I've read all the books about boys and wizards and talking dogs in here. What are you up to, floating book? Well, that's not right. Neat trick. What magic book did you learn that from, kid? It's not magic. It's nothing. You creepy little bastard. A, B, C, as easy as 4, 5, 6. We'll just leave it at that, Dooley. No response given. I hope I get to have a pet robot someday. Too many responsibilities. Feeding it, rubbing its belly, teaching it to overthrow humanity. Why would you teach it that? I want to be on their good side when the inevitable happens. Oh, Dooley. I haven't given you enough credit. You're thinking ahead here. Why your parents don't love you. Jesus fuck. Sometimes this game, it catches me off guard with something a little darker than the rest. Nobody, not one person needs kids to be talking like there's somebody invisible with them. Yeah, I agree with that. There's a cold draft coming from the vent. That can't be good for this kid's health. Oh, I forgot to do a McQueen voice. You look familiar. Have I arrested you before? Whoa, is this the same Teddy that was in Malice in Wonderland that he, like, interrogated really briefly? I hope that this Teddy makes an appearance in every case. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that now. The Viewmaster. A Viewmaster. I loved those as a kid. I'll take this and see if I can find a use. It's times like these that I miss walking the beat. No, this is far more entertaining. The dust is wrong under this. Makes me think it was moved recently. Yeah, things probably get moved sometimes, McQueen. I don't know if that's, like, much of an indication of anything. Bad baby incites a riot. You gotta be on the lookout for them bad babies. What if I just, what if I use this right now? I need to find some film to put in first. Okay. Is there anything else I can do anything with? Like, cut the book. Come on, Frankie, you can do better than that. What if I cut this bear, this shady bear? Let's call that Plan B. Alright, I think we gotta move on to the next floor here. That's everything we can take care of there. The reading room hobby area. Professor Theodore Library. Inventor of the library. Where... I feel like that joke is from Futurama or something. Nope, not one word of that is true. Or is this... Why is that familiar? Was that joke already made somewhere in this game once before? Why? It's so vaguely familiar. Oh, hello, miss. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. Oh, hello, my name's Raxa. I'm here to study the strange goings-on. I guess that's why you're here too, detective. Oh, sure, that's me. Always investigating stuff. On purpose. Want to share what you found? Well, it's not much, but there seems to be a strange connection of energy in the next room. I'm searching... concentration, maybe? I might have read that wrong. I'm searching the internet for a way to be able to see whatever it actually is. Well, let me know if you find anything. Who doesn't need chalk in the 21st century? Most people? Fair point. But you should probably take the chalk anyways, right? Make a nice, like, chalk dust cloud to see ghosts? Something like that? I hope there's nothing contraband in this pile. I wish. You know what I mean. You watch yourself. You look uncomfortable, Dooley. It's this whole reading room thing. I mean, should we be reading right now? Can I not read anywhere else? Does the room itself read? And if so, what does it read? You have a special mind, Dooley. Chief Scully says that's why she assigned me to your department. Oh, kind of like a weird little burn on yourself there, McQueen. Time always seems to stand still in boring places like libraries. Wow, not a fan of the libraries. The microfilm place. Ooh, we can stick this in the viewfinder. It's radiating energy, like Raxa said. I think this may be a clue. Possibly. Don't want to jump to any conclusions. There's just too much here to take. Even my pockets have their limits. Do you want to maybe just, like, empty... You choose what doesn't need to be kept? The film is too big. It's a square peg, round hole situation. Can you trim it up? Will that just damage it? Well, I've destroyed some historical material. Let's hope there was a point to this. Now it will fit in here? Well, it fits. I'm brilliant. Let's look at what I didn't accidentally chop out of Twins Lake's recent history. Yeah, hopefully you didn't cut directly in, like, down the line of some important bit of information. Spider Moths, do it again. That's a great team name. Do it again. Sounds like they were on some kind of winning streak instead of having burnt down yet another stadium. Wow, what with this pyromaniac football team? Major staff cuts at city library. Budgetary cutbacks have seen the local library reduced to a skeleton staff. I know Doris is old, but that seems a little bit unfair. It means very few people work here. Oh yeah, just Doris now, and she's actually a retired volunteer. Tough times. Computer stock goes up, down, left, right, BA. Please tell me if I do that right now that it will mean something. Damn it. I tried to do it on the keyboard. Nothing. No Konami code. I shouldn't have read that aloud. I think I may have just summoned something. Crackpot Detective claims teenagers' tags were ritual meant to show the dead that walk among us. Well, that does look very cult-like. Doesn't frame me in a very good light, though. I remember this kid. What the? Whoa! What the fuck? Well, that was unexpected. Hello? Who are you and how did you get here? Alistair Crowley. Mr. Crowley here. I'm that which can never be unseen. The ooze from your nightmares. The knower of the unknown. Right. That's not very helpful, if I'm honest. Can Dooley see this too, or can I only see it through the viewfinder? Help is there for those that know how to take it. Okay then, I'll bite. Tell me, oh knower of the unknown, what's going on here? I don't rightly know. Right. But I do know that the coward Yeats is protecting a hidden room, one that holds vast power and treasures. No doubt that which is responsible for the spectral summoning of myself and the others lies within. The others? The others! Detective? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to... You know what? I don't even know how to explain this. Just hand him the viewfinder, maybe? It's broken. Thankfully, I don't need it. Let's see what we can find online. You didn't say the magic word. Looks like I need to figure out the password. Would it happen to be on here? A smug-faced Paul Conway. Come on, Frankie, you can do better than that. Password? The password's not right there on the card? Well, maybe I need to come back to this. Why would anyone have so many filings that they need a cabinet to store them in? It can't possibly fathom a single situation where that would be necessary. And I think there was... Whoa. Okay, now that I got the viewfinder on, I can talk to other people. Yeets! Pray, sir, a moment of your time. Another one? Another? Ah, another spirit, yes. Then with your question, you have answered my own. Forgive me, but I wish to know if you have seen on your travels that scoundrel Crowley. Ooh, these two seem to be pitted against each other. Forcefully mysterious man in a silly hat? The very same. I knew he lurked here, but somewhere. He mentioned a hidden room? Yes, but on the matter, I shall say no more. Not until the beast is gone. But I just wanted... Not a word more, sir, not a word more. Fine, we'll be on our way. And, ooh, look, I hadn't even been to this room before, so I gotta look around at things before I talk to Gale. He looks like he's jumping. You'd jump too if somebody shoved a pole up your behind. Wait a minute, these are printouts of children's art. Look at Mr. Moneybags in his deep pockets. Rich enough that he can pay children artists for original works. This guy. Jeez. I feel like Dooley's talking to us there. Like, let me get a load of this guy. Oh, same thing. Why are these fake? Well, you can't have kids painting over the books. Yeah, that's smart. They probably definitely would do that. Somebody seems to have left glue here. It's no duct tape, but it could be useful. Good thinking. Turning duct tape into pants. Make your nethers sustainable. Well, I guess we'll have to make glue pants instead if we don't have duct tape to work with. Planking with Plinkman. One of mine, that. What's it about? Laying hardwood floors, part of a series it were. I see they also have plonking with Plinkman, planking with Plinkman, and plunking with Plinkman. I think I see a theme here. Brand synergy, ain't it? Why no plinking with Plinkman? Oh, that, it's in the adult section, if you catch my meaning. Plinking? Plinking's a dirty word, apparently. Are you an author, too? I didn't recognize you. Aye, but not like yon toffs with their literary fiction. Yon toffs? I wrote useful stuff, like house wiring and how to do your own plumbing. Think you could fix the elevator? With the right gear, I could, eh? I need a new button, mind. Well, here you are, Gale. What's all this fur? Could you use this button to fix the elevator? I can, but won't do nothing. Needs to be conductive to make a circuit work. Well, can I stick those two together? This should make the button conductive. Perfect. And now, to you. Could this button replace the broken one in the elevator? Let me see. It looks like it'll do the job. Just a few minutes to pop it in place. Don't say jizz or giz. Giz, was that supposed to be like give us? Giz? I don't know. I never want to hear that word again. It was filthy. Your filthy mouth there. Leave that for plinking with Plinkman. Don't be throwing that around in these public parts of the library. Thanks for fixing the elevator, Gale. Happy to help. I'm just a friendly, helpful ghost. It were fun doing something useful again. Up to horror. Horror we go. You ready for this, Dooley? Oh, look. Doris must have finally fixed the elevator button. Were you not paying attention to a lot of what was just going on there, Dooley? No, it was... Never mind. Unimportant. Looks like you can get to the roof through here. Thankfully, it's locked. I'd rather not go back out to that storm. That's one heck of a view of the city. I can't see anything through this Viewmaster. I won't tell anyone if you want to take it off. I will, but just not yet. I'm having too much fun with it. Look, it's a viewscape of a jungle. Oh, look, now it's the bottom of the ocean. Wow, to have two of those spectacular views back to back. The Grand Canyon. Oh, wow. How did they get three different places like that so close together? I just like thinking that he's just... This ghost thing is like he could be seeing them without the Viewmaster. He's just playing with it independently and he's blowing his own mind with it right now. A collection of books that don't seem to fit anywhere else in the library. Like How to Cook a Dinosaur, if you ever catch one. The very limited number of sections. What was it? It was like sci-fi, fiction, kids, and horror. It's not a whole lot there. The Internet and Other Fads. Architecture of the Mind by Cerebellum. The Cerebellum. Clever. The book name itself wasn't really the pun, it was the author. And MMO Accountancy. Be the fictional banker you always knew you were. I've always known it. It's about time someone acknowledge it. Edgar Allan Poe? We straight up got Edgar Allan Poe chilling out here? That's pretty neat. You barely make teenage girls whimper, Howie. H.P. Lovecraft. Sweet, this is a meeting of the ages. It's been built up to this whole game so far. Only because they cannot fathom the dread I conjure, Eddie. You play on common cliches. Your penny dreadfuls lack true horror. At best, spooky pulp. Your best works aren't even written by you, charlatan, fraud, undead trickster. If you feel that way, then why did you hide my work, Eddie? I have no idea where either of these guys are actually from, so I'm throwing out random-ass voices. Again, I say, I do not have your book. You probably hid it because it was too scary for you. Ah, you're an infuriating man. Well, I'll just leave you two to it then. This is one creepy-looking bookshelf. Yes, I agree. What does Dooley have to say? I've never been up here before. Because of the broken elevator? Because it's scary up here. Do I have to go through I could go through everything in the alphabet. Probably not going to do that. From axes to zero oxygen, a murderer's primer. The dead person murders. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to leave. Back I go. What if I just toss some glue on these people? Plan B it is. What's going on here? I didn't take his blasted book. It was a childish blatant woman. Why don't you tell him that? He will not listen to me. He's convinced I hid it so more people would borrow my books over his. Nonsense. I care not for his current zeitgeist. My works are vastly superior. He is being such a child. I'm clearly the greater horror writer. I tore apart the minds of a generation with my aesthetic horror. With your aesthetic rubbish. Right. I'll have you, mate. Come at me, you sickly twerp. You two, stop it. I'll put you both in some kind of supernatural slammer. He started it. Oh, I never. It was you and your... I don't care who started it. I'm putting a stop to it. Wait right here. And not a peep. What's your solution here? Lemons for every meal. The Bane Giver. The Quirky Killings. It Kills. The Kickboxer Cult. The Underwhelmer. They Yearn for Blood. I just figured I'd grab a whole bunch of random whatevers. These are one hell of an atmospheric fire hazard. Yeah, it really is quite risky. Alright, who do I need to talk to here? Who's going to be helpful? I could go back down to these bottom floors now that I have the Viewmaster and see if any ghosts have showed up. Ah, right, here we go. I think you should read this one. I read this one and thought it was good. Well, what's it about? Oh, there's Blyton that he was talking about. It's a story about this kid who can see dead people. Oh, that's not for me. I'm scared of ghosts. Excuse me, did you steal Lovecraft's book? That big L on the front there. He and that Poe fellow won't stop fighting over which one has the more frightful book. I took his book in the hopes it would stop their arguing. It seems to have just made it worse. Well, I shan't give it back until they stop their silly bickering. I just shan't. Absolutely shalln't. Not in 100 years shall I never not and won't. How am I meant to stop these two fighting? That's not my concern. You want this book, you stop their fight. There's gonna be a scarier book than theirs around here. Surely that would stop their bickering. Probably Kindergarten Kate summons the demon. What the fuck? Summons the devil. That's the one. That sounds like a scary book. I want that one. Kid, any recommendations? Can you see the ghosts too, kiddo? Ghosts? What's this nonsense you're filling his head with, detective? I see them. They're my friends. Well, this one is. Some of them are less friendly. But I like them, because before they came, the place was empty. Just me and Doris, and she's only interested in reading the mostest dreadfulest books ever written. God, that was a hard sentence to get out. Oh, there's more people chilling over here, too. Oh, hey, big fan of your work. Thanks. Not you. Oh. Pratchett. God, my views, my knowledge of authors is just terrible. I read your detective books. Wonderfully over the top. But I can't actually talk to any of those two. They're just here to chill and just play some chess, I guess. Back down to reception? I really thought there'd be someone chilling in the office here. Oh, I feel like I'm back in kindergarten art class. That was just like a random thing that I did just to mess around with shit. But there I go. There, I have that now. Can I have that book now? Not with this sticky no picture having card, you can't. I'd like to borrow that book you're reading. You need a library card to borrow books. Can I sign up for one? No, I'm too busy reading my book to help. So is Dooley. Can I use your card? It still has fines on it. I bet you wish you'd let me make a deal now, huh? Why is the window onto the roof locked? For health and safety reasons. Can I get the key? Afraid not. Why? For health and safety reasons. Probably don't actually need out on the roof. I don't see why I would. Can I have the internet password, please? And give you access to all my juicy manuscripts? No chance. Doris, I need that password for my investigation. And I need those books kept safe until my genius is recognized. So, no. Well, you've been less than helpful. Well, you suck. I need to go find somewhere to, like, craft myself a fake card. Why are you wearing a Viewmaster, Detective? Oh, it's part of the game I'm playing. The game also involves me pretending to talk to invisible people. No need for further questions. Everything has been answered satisfactorily. Goodbye. Moving on. I met your friend Yeasts. He says you won't stop spying on him. I find it most joyous to torment the man. He says you want into that room you mentioned? I do. I'm most bored here. Is it like a Darkside room? I need something to do, something to read. Why not use that computer to go online? 2 words. Safe search. Oh, right. Maybe I can find some kind of a workaround. Please, just stay here and don't do anything. I really don't want to put my face on there, but I really need a picture of myself. The things I do for this job. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it would be so simple. I tried to use this on the photocopier easier. I'm stupid. This is going to be the least convincing fake idea I've ever seen in all my years as a cop. The fake library card. Yep, that looks spectacular. A badly photocopied picture of my face, poorly glued onto a library card that clearly belongs to somebody else. I'd say that this wouldn't work, but I've been around the block enough times to try it out. She's a volunteer librarian. She probably doesn't care that much. I'd like to borrow that book you're reading. You need a library card, like this one? Oh, well then here you go, Paul. Paul? My name is Paul, like it says on the card. My card. Paul. The trashy novel. Wait, so they're just like holding a banana in it. That's fucking hilarious. Milo Stevenson's reverse vampire novel, Guy Light. Even holding it makes me ill. Wait, am I supposed to give it to these guys, telling them that it's a great horror novel? Is this my book? No, it's not. What is it? The most horrific novel ever written, and it's not written by either of you. Let me see that. Teenaged girl, blah blah blah, reverse vampire, blah blah blah, love story. It sounds terrifying. Its mere existence gives me shivers. Do you agree it's more horrific than your works? Will you stop squabbling? Agreed? Agreed! Can you believe something so hideous exists? Can you believe it's so popular? How do you know? Maybe it says in the book jacket. Stoker must be turning in his grave. I hope that poor chap doesn't know. It'd be so funny if he just like came up through the floorboards as a ghost or something and was like, what y'all talking about? Well, they're gone. But now what? I guess I could tie up some of the other ghosts' loose ends. There's a lot to take care of in this one single case. Okay, holy shit, there's so many books here. The Fast Car Killers, The Followers, Erroneous Castrations. Oh, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. But yeah, I didn't realize that there was multiple things behind every single one. Like, you could just sit here and read books for an infinitely long time. Now that those two upstairs are done fighting, this lady should be all better now. I've gotten them agreed on the scariest book. Can I have that novel now? Good. I daren't see why you'd want this vile thing, but I did promise. Here. Aw, you ruined the kid's illusion, Detective. Because he had worked so damn hard on it. The indescribable rending things that rend indescribably. Sounds about right. These two don't really have a loose end. They're just playing chess. They're just kind of hanging out, right? Do I just need to return this book? Is that all I'm doing with that? You may have the book, sir, but I shall ne'er tell you how to enter the dark place where the heebie-jeebies lay in wait, not while Crowley skulks around, seeking that very info. Raxa, you mentioned you were looking for stuff on the internet? How did you get past the internet blocks? Up to something naughty, detective? Me? No. But I have this. Friend, who needs to get past the library firewall. That's quite well protected, surprisingly. I think Doris was worried somebody would hack in and steal her unpublished fan fiction. But I figured out the admin password, so I can bypass the block. Want me to give it to you so you can use it too? Please. Hey, I didn't think that would be quite so easy to obtain. We're all 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck off. It takes an expert hacker. Now Crowley should be able to browse to his heart's content. I'll let him know. Okay, I've set it up so you should be able to browse whatever you want. No restrictions. Excellent. You may not want to stick around for this. Right, I'll leave you to your business, so shut the door on your way out, and please knock if you need to come back. Did I sense? Yes, the beast's eyes are focused elsewhere. The air is clearer now. Well, clearer is maybe not the term I'd use. Come again, sir. Never mind. Just don't go into that room if you can avoid it. As you suggest. Now, what's all this about a hidden room? I'll share what I can. There's a place hidden behind the horror section on the 4th floor. The source of the phantasmic pollution afflicting this building is within. How do I get in? One of the books in the L section is a lever. Pull it and fix this. Godspeed, man. Hear that, Dooley? Hear what? He must just be so bored or so confused. He's staying awfully silent, though. Oh, yes, of course. We need to get to the 4th floor and open the secret room using one of the books in the L section. Wait, how do you know all this? Intuition. Years on the force, Dooley. Maybe someday you'll be on my level. Until then, try to keep up. In the L section, he said, the book Yeats mentioned is missing. I don't know you were a fan of Lovecraft. You're looking at the Lovecraft section. A bit too godless for my tastes. A Lovecraft novel, you say? Well, that's easy enough to fix. Here goes nothing. That seemed to fit with a curious clicking noise. Right, we pull this and ha-ta-ta! Well, there's the hidden door Yeats and Crowley were talking about. Creepy doorways are a recurring motif I'm not too fond of. Let me guess. Staying here to cover me again? You got it in one, detective. Nice guessing. Try to avoid getting knocked out this time. No promises. Into the dark side again, probably? What is all this? Magica? Aleister Crowley's guide to the popular wizard game? The Gnostic's guide to ghouls and ghosts? Rituals for modern witchuals? I like the term witchuals. These are all contraband occult books. This is quite the nasty treasure trove. Why didn't I know about this stuff? Exposed wiring. Oh my! You better write them up for building code violations while you're at it. Those loose wires seem to run to the roof. The skull. Normal library fare, this? You received item skull. Okay. The periodic table of secret magic elements. Much and you thought you knew chemistry. Guess again. The Necronomenon, a Cyclopean cookbook. Necronomenon. That itself could be the title of a game. A strange thing to see here. Oh, more children, isn't there? A copy of Ripley's Cast It or Not. It seems to be open in the Summon Spirits page. Maybe if I close it, this whole mess will sort itself out. Ouch! Seems to be... it's hard. It's funny to try and do an ouch in the voice. Ouch! Seems to be charged by this faulty wiring. I wonder where it goes. It goes to the roof. And, well, I guess we'll talk to Shelley. It's about time. So, what are you doing here? Well, it's Mary Shelley. Like the moth to a flame, I am drawn to the... like, she wrote Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure. Eldritch energies emitted from this book. I like spooky books and electricity. I even lit candles to up the spook factor. A small hole. I don't fit, but maybe I can drop something down to see where it lands. I hope this works. Dunk, 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 crash! Now to find where it landed. Hopefully without having caused any damage. Oh, you most certainly caused some damage. I wouldn't doubt that. That damn kid. That's probably his hat. He probably is causing troubles here. You punk-ass kid. What's all this noise? I can't hear myself read. So, kid, what do you know about the other side of that vent? I didn't mean to do it. Do what? I was lonely, so I went exploring. I found all these neat new books. But the one I read was scary, and I ran off. Then the ghosts arrived. But I like them, because now I have friends. See, he meant no harm. A troublemaker! Arrest him! Breaking and entering! Into your room of illegal books. Let's say both sets of charges cancel each other out. Only if you get rid of the ghosts, and find him somewhere else to go once in a while. He can join me in the Blood Wolves. Are you part of some kind of fucking gang, Dooley? The Blood Wolves? The mayor stopped paying the dib tax, so we had to change from scouts. You okay with that, kid? Sure! The Blood Wolves is a much cooler thing. I'd much rather say I was a Blood Wolf than say I was a scout. That's great, but back to the task at hand. We need to stop energy flowing into the building and into that book. You'll need to get into the lightning conductor on the roof. Here, have the key. Dooley, we're going to the roof. But it's raining outside. Yeah, I also am not a huge fan of that. In hindsight, that was dangerous. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. You blighter, that could have killed me. Except that you're already dead. Police brutality, that's what this is. Well, sorry, lady. Next time I'll be more courteous when I go chucking skulls down random vents. I'll think twice about who it might affect. Here we go. I suppose I've already ducked out of one room in this case. I know I played that card too soon. You did, buddy. You did. Man, there's a lot of rooms in this particular level. More of that wiring from the secret room, and it leads to the roof. Do you need me to go all the way up there? Scared of heights? No. Yes. Oh shit, this is, what the fuck? They just have a giant antenna up here? The energy seems to be coming from here, but it's too powerful to go near. This is one heck of a light show. Oh, a small little puzzle. So what do I need to do? Get down as soon as possible? Looks like the circuit's connecting the book downstairs to this aerial. I guess I should break the circuit, then wire the aerial to the lightning rod so the power has somewhere to go. Oh, it's just a regular old lightning rod. Well, that makes sense. Oh shit, it's one of these slidey puzzles. Okay, I was trying to drag things around. Get a quick circuit break in there. This seems to be working okay. I'm generally not great at this type of puzzle. Ah, shit. There's a little bit of progress here. Getting closer. Closer. Oh, come on now. This feels like I'm on to something. There! Oh shit, I kind of did it on accident. I was working towards something else and it just suddenly worked out. Alrighty. Ouch, my hand. Look, detective, the storm is dying out. Imagine that. Okay, we should be able to close the book now. Back down we go. And hopefully Mary Shelley's not too bummed out about it. We don't want to take that hat or anything. Close the book. There's no need to say that in his voice. Oh, all the ghosts are making their way away now. So long, ghost friends. Trunk's filled, detective. Does that mean your pants? The trunk of the car. Made it sound like you just kind of soiled yourself, Dooley. Though I don't see why we had to take all those books. Dooley, they're contraband. Heavy contraband. We have an agreement then, Doris. You don't find me for having the books, and I don't sue the kid for entering the vault. I go back to business, sans haunting. You should also get that wiring fixed. Ugh, fine. Come on, Dooley. Let's get back to the office. See you at camp, Mr. Dooley. See you there, Devin. Case closed. The Ghost Whisperer. Wow, that was a substantially longer case than the first one. I guess maybe all of them are going to be closer to that length, since this first one was just kind of a demo anyways. I'm looking forward to playing more of them. I plan to just do them in one big, long chunk episodes like this, because I'm really excited about playing the series and getting it out there and sharing it with you guys. So you can expect me to be sharing these longest episodes that encapsulate an entire case. This is probably like the funniest game I've maybe ever played, definitely in a long time, but it's possibly ever. So I'm so excited to play more of it. We got the Disorient Express coming up next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.